Hey everybody, it's Chris, and it's been a while since Search for Sidearm Volume 3. If you remember back to that volume, toward the end I said I was doing some field work the day after my coursework, and I was starting to get a little muscle sore, but I managed to stop before I got injured. I might have been just a little bit off on that, ended up straining a muscle in my shoulder, so I have taken quite a bit of time off from the work in the field. But you can see that time that I was putting in has paid dividends. Sidearm has actually showed up in my last 2 reviews. Not a ton, but I've thrown at least one shot in the SPZ3 and the Bounty videos just to show how the disc, or a little bit of how the disc flew that way. And you can see it's a little bit smoother. That throw here, it was a little bit off target. I was aiming for the trash can, but you can see how nice and smooth it comes out. And you can see some duds in here as well. I'm not saying I'm nearly perfect, not even close, but I've gotten a lot better, a lot more consistent overall. Here's my best throw of the day distance-wise. You can see it's still coming out floppy, which means I can definitely improve on it. But this one is going to travel almost 250 feet. Here's the U-disc, marched from the disc back to where I was throwing from. So you can see there is some improvement, and it's pretty exciting to see. I had a few other throws that were within 15 feet of that 248, and on the next day I did even better. Here I'm going to start trying to throw some hyzers. Obviously I need some work on this. This is a new thing. I've been throwing mostly flat. Some of these scoop throws are pretty funny, really. But it's a learning process. I'm putting the time in the field, try to figure it out. Alright, so here's the end of day 1. A more scooped up hyzer. And this is a shot that I do want to learn, that big hyzer. And so I'll work on it day 2. Here's day 2. I'm just throwing gentle hyzers, trying to get to the trash can. The cool thing about this set, all 15 throws, you can see the discs are quite a bit smoother. I realize this is 150 feet, which isn't very far, but the consistency on that distance is something I've never had. So there are 15 discs per set. We got a few more to go here. The farthest disc from the trash can on this set, here's that shaking of the shoulder again, was about 22 feet. So all of those were well inside the circle, which I was pretty excited about. Here's me working on those hyzer lines again. I'm going to get some outside, some inside. It's very inconsistent, but I was starting to feel a little bit better about it. I do like the idea of having this shot in my arsenal instead of having to throw big annies and then hope that the disc doesn't roll. So I'll keep working on it. I like the idea of having that shot available to me. And you can see like this one might end up a little bit right, but that's about what I'm looking for. So now here's a shot that I just started working on, and you're going to see it needs even more work than the hyzers. I have not yet figured out how to throw an anhyzer with the forehand. So if you guys have suggestions, feel free to shoot them to me, because I definitely need help. You're going to see a couple good ones like this, but overall I'm pretty terrible at this shot, so I need to work on it some more. I'll throw a couple distance shots, but it's actually turning over too much. 4 of the 5 just turned over. This was a good one, 250, right around 250 again. Then I decided to throw some escapes. Now this is the first time I've really thrown distance drivers in the field forehand. I threw 5. I think the worst one was right at 270. They're pretty consistent, 270 to 275. Except for this next one. This was my best shot of the day. And there was some wind, so I think the discs were moving right to left a little bit more than they would have normally. You can see that big S. But 282 is my new record since I started. Pretty excited about that. I know it's not anything to write home about in general, but my goal was 325, so pretty excited with 282 at this point. Those last 2 escapes, again, right around 270. Actually, I apologize. The one that went in the weeds was shorter. It was like 260 because it turned over so much. But overall, getting better. Working on it. If you like this video or found it informative, or if you're working on your sidearm as well, please feel free to shoot me a message, comment below, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching.